What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the video. If you're new here, my name's Richardson. I am the best looking chemical engineer with a crooked nose on the face of the entire planet. And in today's video, I'm gonna give you 5 tips to lose weight in 1 month, eating whatever you want. Now, if you're new here, I want you to subscribe because my channel is going to teach you how to live a healthy, sustainable life through nutrition, through fitness, and lifestyle decisions that you make in general. So go ahead and subscribe, turn the notification bells on so that you don't miss out on any of my latest content. Now, by the time you're finished watching this video, you will have a solid strategy in place to be able to lose weight in as little as 1 month, eating the foods that you love and enjoy. So that is the key, really and truly, learning how to eat foods that you love and still working towards your progress. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So tip number 1 that I have for you is to track your calories. Now, I know you might hear this and you might just absolutely cringe at this because no one likes tracking calories. It kind of is a pain in the ass, but what I'm gonna recommend that you do is download the myfitnesspal app. It's free, it's easy to use, and I want you to track everything that you eat, everything that you put into your mouth for at least 1 month. Now, if you hear this and you are just absolutely, in agony from me recommending this, you don't need to track your calories forever. However, you do need to establish some sort of baseline understanding of how many calories are in the foods that you like to eat. And once you have that information, you can go forward and decide what foods are worth eating to you and what foods are not. What foods fill you up and are pretty low in calories, and what foods are high in calories and they don't really do anything for you as far as satisfying your appetite. My general recommendation for a calorie deficit is anywhere between 1,700 to 2,200 calories. It kind of just depends on how quickly you want to lose fat, so I would definitely recommend sticking in that range though. A lot of people hear that, oh, okay, I have to eat in a calorie deficit if I want to lose weight. I'll just eat 1,000 calories a day and I'll lose fat really quickly. You don't want to do that. Do not fall into that trap because that is not sustainable. And again, my channel is here to teach you how to live a healthy, sustainable lifestyle. So eat more calories. Don't be afraid to eat more calories. And I will say 1,700 calories a day, that's a pretty aggressive calorie deficit. It's not extreme, but it's pretty aggressive. You can lose weight pretty quickly adhering to a 1,700 calorie a day calorie deficit. Now again, you don't need to track your calories forever, but I want you to put in 1 whole solid month tracking everything that you put into your mouth. And I guarantee you, if you skip this step, you will not lose weight in 1 month. So do this, track everything for 1 month, be very strict about it, be insane about it. If you want extraordinary results, you have to do extraordinary things. And ordinary people eat whatever they want. Ordinary people just eat for pleasure. They see food that they like and they eat it and they don't worry about how many calories are in it. But you're not like that. You're trying to lose weight in 1 month, and I want you to do this. Do it very strictly. Be an insane fanatic about it. But again, you don't need to do it forever. So tip number 2 that I have for you is to track your macronutrients. So if you nail these first 2 steps, you guaranteed will lose weight in 1 month. So track your calories and track your macronutrients, and you can set all of that up in myfitnesspal. So I want you to eat a macronutrient split of 30% protein, 25% fat, and 45% carbohydrates. Yes, I do want you to eat that many carbohydrates. Reason being that carbohydrates are your body's preferred source of energy, and your body actually uses carbohydrates very efficiently. Carbs are not your enemies. Carbs are what your body wants to use for energy. Sticking to a proper macronutrient split is also going to keep your body functioning well. You're going to feel good, you're going to feel satisfied, and you're not going to be feeling hungry or starved to any degree. So those are 2 things that you absolutely want to nail. If you nail your calories and you nail your macronutrient split, you absolutely guaranteed are going to lose weight in 1 month. All right, tip number 3 is to eat the proper amount of protein. So I did already mention this in the macronutrient split, and sure, I guess you could kind of argue that yeah, protein, eating enough protein, that kind of is a sub tip for just eating a proper macronutrient split. But the reason I want to emphasize protein is that you want to eat enough, but you don't want to eat too much. So the thing about protein is people just glorify the macronutrient of protein. They think you need an insane amount of protein to build muscle. They think if you're trying to lose fat, you have to eat an insane amount of protein. But the reality is that you really and truly only need anywhere between 100 to 160 grams of protein per day. Kind of depends on your activity level. It also kind of depends on whether or not you're weightlifting. I definitely recommend you do lift weights, whether you're a guy or a girl, but this is a pretty good general recommendation of how much protein you need in a day. Again, it's not an insane amount of protein, but it's not, 50 grams of protein or something like that. You want to eat enough, but you don't want to eat too much. If you want to get really technical about it, I recommend that you take your body weight in pounds and multiply it by 0.8, and that should give you your daily recommendation of protein. So just to give you guys an example here of a 170 pound person, how much protein they need. So we'll take 170 and multiply it by 0.8. That's 136 grams of protein per day. I know I mentioned I'm an engineer, but I have to whip out my calculator for arithmetic like that. If it doesn't have letters in it, then I really don't know what the heck I'm doing, and I definitely need a calculator. So, all right, tip number 4 is to develop some kind of meal timing strategy that works well for you and your lifestyle. So I'm a big fan of intermittent fasting, but I don't want you to get too hung up on the meal timing. Don't feel like you have to force yourself to do intermittent fasting, because here's the reality. You can eat 6 small meals a day, and if you stay under, let's say, 2,000 calories, you are going to lose weight. Conversely, you can eat 1 meal per day, but if you eat 4,000 calories in that one meal, you're gonna get fat. It's the whole concept of calories in, calories out. That's going to carry your progress so much further than coming up with some kind of meal timing strategy that you think is like perfect. The reality is that whatever fits your schedule and your lifestyle best, whatever's easiest for you to stick to and whatever you feel best adhering to, that is going to be what's best for you. So whether it's intermittent fasting, eating lunch and dinner, maybe you eat in a 4-hour eating window and you have like a few meals in that little window or whatever. Maybe you eat 8 snacks throughout the entire day. I don't know. Whatever feels best for you, whatever's easy and convenient for you. I don't care if you go out to eat. I don't care if you do all home cooking. I don't care if you eat organic produce. It does not matter. Hit your calories and hit your macronutrient split, and you can eat whatever you want. So that kind of does sort of go back around full circle to what I said at the beginning of the video. You can eat whatever you want. I don't care what you eat. I don't care if you go to McDonald's and get burgers or freaking McFish sandwiches or whatever. I don't care if you go to the farmer's market and get the most organic produce that you can get your hands on. In terms of what is going to get you results in the course of 1 month, calories in, calories out. Start there, stick with that, and you will make progress. So again, to kind of go back and reiterate the point of this tip, come up with some kind of strategy that works well for you. It should be lifestyle friendly. It should work well with your schedule. Whether it's eating 2 meals a day or 6 meals a day, just find a way to eat in a pattern that's easy for you to hit your calories and your macronutrients. And then tip number 5 is to get 10,000 steps every single day. So you can actually integrate some kind of step tracker into myfitnesspal. Again, it's a great app. I love using it. I use it every single day. But it can track all sorts of things for you. Your calories, your macros, your steps. You can even take before and after pictures on there. You can log your weight. It's a great app to use if you're setting out to lose weight. But anyway, try to get 10,000 steps every single day. The reason I love walking so much is because you're gonna burn extra calories, but it's not going to increase your appetite. It really and truly is an optimal form of cardio because you're burning a few extra calories, but it's gonna have a pretty neutral effect on your hunger levels. Furthermore, I think walking is great because it's really going to promote healthier blood flow throughout your body, and that really is going to aid in nutrient transport to all the tissues. You know, if you're working out, lifting weights, which, you know, I definitely do recommend that you do, if you're doing that, then getting out and walking is really going to aid in recovery because it's really going to get your blood pumping, it's going to get nutrients delivering through all the tissues in your body. It's going to aid tremendously in your recovery, and just getting outside, getting in nature, that's good for your mental health in general. So these are my recommendations if you want to lose weight in as little as 1 month. Implement all 5 of these tips at the same time if you want the best and the fastest results. Now, I do want to mention that if you need more help setting up some kind of nutrition or fitness regime, I do offer one-on-one virtual coaching. So if you're interested, go ahead and connect with me on Instagram, shoot me a direct message, and I'll help you get some kind of set in stone structure into your life, some sort of fitness or nutrition plan or both. Whatever you need, I'm sure we can figure something out. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And again, if you're new here, subscribe to my channel because I'm going to be posting content like this every single week and you don't want to be missing out. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.